Right though, this is when you know that things are getting barren in the way of news. We have a few depth signings to talk about. We'll also do a deep dive on the Winnipeg Jets, not that far away into the near future here. Though first, I'm going to get it up right now because at the end of the playoffs, nothing's quite like hearing about everyone's injuries. Took a little while to get the exacts of it, but the Dallas Stars, two major losses have been announced here. Ben Bishop, who basically didn't play in return to play at all,
Yeah.
underwent right knee surgery to repair a torn meniscus. The rehabilitation recovery time is approximately 5 months from the date of surgery. And Tyler Seguin underwent a right hip arthroscopy and labral repair. The rehabilitation recovery time is approximately 5 months from the date of surgery. I got that from TSN via the Dallas Stars, apparently on Twitter. Um, damn, damn. That is going to be a rough start to the season for Dallas, if we have a season, because not only now in net are they going to have to rely on Jake Onger as a solid backup in a condensed season, most likely, you're going to have to rely on Anton Khudobin, who, as great as he was in the playoffs, played so much hockey in a series that had back-to-backs in the Cup final. This could, and you just lost your number one centerman, who's good for 70 points like it's nothing. What a serious set of red flags to start there. Alex, that's like exceeding track limits and you've been given the black and white flags on F1. This is Roman Grosjean level of oh boy, we gotta watch out.
I mean, it's going to be tough. I think the thing with Dallas is it's interesting. And yeah, like I think make it like it'll be interesting to see what Anton Khudobin looks like at the beginning of next season. And I think it depends on how long until we actually start. Like now that we're talking about now, I think the latest thing was we're probably not going to get hockey back until February, and it just feels like that keeps getting pushed back and back. But with Tyler Seguin's injury, yes, he was there, but let's be honest, like he practically wasn't there during the playoffs, and I think they still really succeeded without him. And I don't think it'll be as bad as we think it is. In my opinion, I don't think it's going to be as bad as we think it is. I think they'll be fine without him. I think eventually, it'll end up catching up to them. But I think to start the season, they just made the Cup final in a bubble. They're hockey players, so I imagine they're not going to take it like a normal, like an average person would. And I think they're going to get the season running. Like, look at what happened with Boston, right? And I get they didn't have the injuries, but they lost in the Cup final in Game 7, and they ended up winning the President's Trophy the next year.
Mm-hmm. Man, hey, you talk about Boston. They also have They will be an eye to keep. Let's say there will be a team to really keep an eye on because of Pasternak being gone. You wonder what they're going to look like without Torrey Krug. Though Daniel, I'd love to get your little view on this as well. Big losses for the Stars.
Yeah, when I think of the Stars now, you just kind of think that, in a way, they truly did go all in trying to get to that Cup final, and the way they kind of like scraped themselves to that, that was an amazing effort by them. But I kind of think too, with what the way that lineup is, they didn't really make too many changes, and I just kind of think about like, are there other cracks there? Because one thing I kind of think of is like Joe Pavelski's age, where it's a guy that they really did have like rely on heavily, but this guy is like 36, turning 37. I think he was a year over. He was like a bit of I think he was a 19-year-old in his draft, so he's getting up there. It was a bit of a drought from a lot of their top guys as well when it came to scoring. I'm thinking of Jamie Benn, and when it comes to like internal reinforcements, the way I look at their young guys that are supposed to be coming up, I like with the exception of like Miro Heiskanen, I look at Denny Gurianov. I think of Radek Faska. I think of like someone who has been up and down, and that's like Julius Honka. Like I don't know if he wants to be on the team anymore. And there's these guys that they've been their first round picks that I don't know. I don't see them as game changers or players that could be added here to give a bigger responsibility to to kind of weather the storm, to for the possibility of maybe other injuries coming up or guys not being 100% or playing on a condensed like season schedule. So for me, like I really like, maybe I'm just being a pessimist, I'm doubting the Stars, but I just don't think they're going to be as good as they were in this run.
There's going to be a bit. Radek Faksa must be happy he got that contract, because man, is he gonna? he's gonna have to start really earning it to start the season for the Stars without Tyler Seguin.
What about Rupe Hintz? That guy doesn't have a contract. Like that,
Does
he's
he
still
not?
I believe he's an RFA, and like that guy, him and I'd say he was Rupe Hintz was their second line center. Where was he not?
Yeah, and then
Right, like
he also got injured and it really showed.
Right, and now that Sagan's going to be out until April, and yes, we don't know when they're coming back, but like Daniel said, it showed when he went down.
Well, this is from 2015. Oh no, 13 and 14 before they got Seguin. But Jamie Benn played first line center during that time. I don't know if he's gonna have that same success now, but I remember that he played center.
Well, I mean, it's Faxa, Dickinson, Downing, and that's it right now who are signed centermen, and a few of those are C/left wing. So bit of a concern there.